Right. So, good morning, no? Again. This morning we are going to discuss about doubly reinforced, no? Doubly reinforced beams and simple recall lang. So, last time we already discussed a singly reinforced rectangular beams, no? And we already tackle some example problems, no? With regards to analysis problems and design problems for singly reinforced rectangular beams. But before that, I would like to ask no a simple recall also. Um, the question is when we are going to or kano sa amin ta maingon nga um the beam is singly reinforced or double reinforced. No? Anyone from the group? Can I hear? Yes, go ahead.
Singli siya sir, pag nara siya sa tensile nga part per sir. Tapos mahimo din siyang doble sir kung nana siya sa tensile ug sa concrete sa compressive nga part sir.
Okay. So let me discuss it in a very simple manner. So let me share with you my screen. And it goes like this. So for example, we have here a beam. Ayan. And this is the representation of our tensile reinforcement. Okay. And we know that if we are going to draw here the force diagram, so at the bottom or at the tensile side, we will have here the force or the tensile force um, T, na? Or meaning tensile force provided by the steel reinforcement. And if you still remember, we are going to assume here the depth of compression block wherein itong depth na to, which is denoted by a symbol A, this is actually the compression side of the beam. So, and then if we are going to draw here the equivalent force of our compression side, this will be this will have an equivalent uniform load wherein it will be acting as a compression. So, meaning it will have a resultant of C, wherein in this case we say that if we sum of forces along X, we say C is simply equal to T. Now, if the force produced or the compression or the force produced by the C, which is, if you still recall it, that is 0.85 of C prime, sorry, AB, and if this force is huge enough or enough to create a moment with regards to this moment arm, which is simply equal to D minus A over 2, then it will be enough. So meaning the force times this particular moment arm will have a resisting moment to resist the actual load. So in other words, if this force here is huge enough, then we can resist this particular load. No, but if not, then that's the time we are going to consider adding additional reinforcement here. Wherein itong reinforcement na to, this would serve as a compression reinforcement in terms of the reinforcement in terms of compression. So meaning magkakaroon tayo ng additional force here to accommodate or to add additional force so that yung magiging moment niya is lalaki. Yun yung magiging purpose, no, or yun yung magiging scenario, no. So we are then going to call it as double reinforced beam. So in other words, no, pag hindi kaya na singly reinforce yung consider, that's the time we are going to add additional compression reinforcement, kaya magiging double reinforce siya. So meaning, kung hindi pala kaya nung single reinforce, that means yung magiging actual na reinforcement natin magiging maging greater than doon sa ating maximum reinforcement, no? Kasi 'di ba, no? So hindi kaya no? Meaning hindi kakayanin ng ating single reinforce analysis. So lalakyan natin yung steel ratio. Magkakaroon tayo ng additional reinforcement here. In other words, maglalaki yung ating steel ratio kasi meron tayong dadagdag na reinforcement. So meaning, kapag yung maximum or yung actual reinforce or yung steel ratio natin is greater than the maximum steel ratio, then that's the time we are going to consider designing it as a double reinforced beams. Alright, so I hope that is clear, no? But I have here a presentation, and take note, this is already uploaded, no, sa ato ang Google Classroom. Kindly go over with it. So our discussion is focused mainly on the double reinforced rectangular beams, and along the way we will have a sample problems with regards to analysis for doubly reinforced rectangular beams, and also for design examples for doubly reinforced rectangular beams. So to begin with, we have here an explanation, no? So if a beam cross section is limited because of architectural requirements, so ito yon, no? So meaning yung mostly this is both, no? Mostly yung affected nito is yung depth, no? Yung overall depth ng beam natin. So minsan kapag if the height requirement is limited, so sasabihin architect, so we have a requirement in terms of floor to ceiling height. So that means you cannot, no, dili ka pwede nga mo palalom og maayo sa imong beam, no? So and other considerations, it may happen that the concrete cannot develop the compression force necessary to resist the actual moment na load, no? So meaning sa akong explain kanina, so kay mubo man kayo nga to ang depth sa to ang beam, so tendency is liliit yung ating moment arm, no, um, to develop our moment capacity. So meaning if that moment arm will be minimized, so that means liliit yung ating moment capacity, and that's the time we are going to add additional compression bars along the compression side. Excuse me for a while, I need to answer the call.